Mr. Delpit, since you're sitting at my right, we're going to flow this direction and come back this way, the other way. All right, Mr. Delpit, introduce yourself to our folks. You don't have to come to the podium because I'll take a little too much time for everybody to run back and forth.
My name is Chris Delpit. I'm running for District 2 Senate seat simply because I'm fed up with government not taking care of the issues that need to be addressed. Education, more work for Louisiana. Louisiana should always come first when it comes to the table of economics. We should never be put on the back burner. We should always be first. We should elect leaders who are more creative toward the working man and the school system. Because without school and education, that means we cannot prosper. We cannot move forward. Our children means the world to us. Our children should have the best of education so they can continue on through life being productive. Because a non-productive person means that the police officers have to deal with that. But if we better educate our children, we will have less situations of children running into problems with the law. Our goal should be the elderly should be taken care of because they came first to set the rules for us to follow. The veterans, which I'm a United States Marine myself, our veterans should be taken care of better. The handicapped should be taken care of better. Louisiana needs to address these issues to help her people because her people have worked hard to help her by paying their taxes, whether it's property taxes, local taxes. Louisiana needs to do a lot better job at taking care of her people because the soup that Louisiana is serving her people is the same old soup. We need a new cook in town. We need someone that shall help us and show hope to us. Thank you. I'm Chris Delpit.
Question, we realize there's a lot of issues that you would be dealing with in Baton Rouge. But what specific areas would you focus on if you're elected? And what, not only what areas, but how would you attack those specific areas?
My goal as the next senator for Louisiana District 2 is to focus on higher education, to focus on better pay for our teachers, because a happy teacher is a better teacher, to focus on this high incarceration rate we're having, because it's killing the taxpayers. And that's our goal as a representative for the state of Louisiana, is to serve the taxpayer. My goal is to make sure I bring light that is going on up at the Senate, bring it down to the people, and allow them to pass their judgment upon new laws that's going to be passed that may hurt them. And that's the last thing I want to do as a senator, is to hurt my constituents. My goal is to keep it real, talk to people, educate people, and always be available for my constituents. Thank you.
Hold on, Chip. All right. Next question deals with the budget. Right now, Louisiana is in a budget crisis. There's a lot of discussion going on about either raising taxes, eliminating credits, cutting expenses. How would you, as a senator, what would be your way to address the current budget crisis?
I figured as a senator, I will find a way to trim the fat. I will find a way to cut costs so it won't be passed on to the taxpayers. I would do my best to make sure that we, once again, educating our people so they would have a better chance to get a better job. Also, we should bring in better jobs for Louisianans. We should also create a thing to where we can have a higher pay scale for Louisiana, because Louisianans need to support their families. And my goal is to make sure, as your senator, I shall always talk to my constituents to find out what their needs are. That's my goal. Thank you. For pro-life, simply because my mother was. Because if my mother wasn't for pro-life, I wouldn't be here. I believe what God says should be done. That's my point, my stand on. I'm for pro-life.
Okay, now it's time for closing statements. Each one of you will be given 2 minutes to respond, and pay attention to your notices. We'll start with Mr. Delpit.
My closing statement has to do with, it's because of the leaders in the past and we have in the present, that's why we're in this situation right now. I feel that we will put some hope back into the system and let people know there is a chance they can come up out of their situation regardless of what it is. As leaders of Louisiana, we should bring hope here. We should also make sure if a leader says they're going to do something, we the people should make sure they do what they say. We the people at all times should stand up for our rights, not give our rights up because the person we elected is now an official. Also, I would like to say that when, as a leader up in that Senate or the House of Representatives, we should always, before we push a button, we should never sell our constituents out. It's not about us as an elected official, it's about the people. Also, I would like to quote something from my president we have at this time. It's time to drain the swamp. It is. It's time to change government so it would benefit the people. When he said it's time to drain the swamp, we all should start getting on board with him about putting in new leaders so we have better ideas and people coming up with better ways to support Louisiana, better jobs, better situations paying our teachers so our teachers can create better students. It's time. It's time for a change. The soup is old. We don't need it anymore. We need new leadership. And I must say it one more time. It is time for a change, and it's time to drain this swamp. Thank you.